Mm.
O, tama na. Thank you, guys. But what about you, Ellen? What were you sure about with Derek that you weren't sure about with John Lloyd?
What was okay, first is the connection. It's the communication.
Nilinaw ni Derek Ramsay na hindi siya nakikipagkumpara kung sino sa kanila ni John Lloyd Cruz ang mas mabuting partner kay Ellen Adarna. Paliwanag ni na Derek at Ellen, nagkataon lang na pareho silang mas handa ngayon sa pakikipagrelasyon. Hindi raw ibig sabihin nito na may problema sa kanilang mga dating karelasyon. Si Derek, 44, ang kasalukuyang fiancé ni Ellen, 32, samantalang ang ex-partner na aktres na si John Lloyd ay 37. Naging magkarelasyon sina Ellen at John Lloyd noong 2017 at nababalita ang kanilang paghihiwalay noong 2019. Si John Lloyd din ang ama ng 2-year-old son ni Ellen na si Elias Modesto. Kinumpirma naman ni na Ellen at Derek ang kanilang relasyon noon lamang February 2021 matapos magkakilala noong January. Natanong si Ellen kung saang aspeto siya sigurado kay Derek na hindi siya naging sigurado noon kay John Lloyd. Na-interview sina Derek at Ellen via online ng writer na si G3 San Diego nitong Lunes, April 6. Ganito mismo ang tanong, "What were you sure about with Derek that you weren't sure about with John Lloyd?" Sagot ni Ellen, mas may koneksyon sila ni Derek. Mas handa rin daw siya ngayon sa pakikipagrelasyon kumpara noon. Noong nakaraang taon, sumailalim si Ellen sa 14-day mental training sa Bali, Indonesia para sa kanyang depresyon. Hindi tinukoy ni Ellen ang rason ng kanyang depresyon, pero iyon ang mga panahong nabalita ang hiwalayan nila ni John Lloyd at pumanaw rin ang kanyang ama. Inayos daw ni Ellen ang sarili bago niya nakilala si Derek. "So at that time, I knew what I wanted na. I knew what was good for me. I knew what was bad for me. And then, when I made better choices for myself, that's when things started to come in and everything made sense." Masaya na raw si Ellen kahit wala siyang relasyon. "I didn't have that desperate vibe of trying to look for love, of looking for a guy to complete me. I was already complete. And then, when Derek came, he just made it better, more beautiful." Nauwi raw sa hiwalayan ang relasyon ni Ellen kay John Lloyd at dating mga boyfriend because I would not communicate well. Sumingit na si Derek at sinagot din ang tanong tungkol sa pagkukumpara sa kanila ni John Lloyd. Katwiran pa ni Ellen, kung maaga-aga niyang nakilala si Derek noon, sa tingin niya ay hindi rin sila magtatagal. "If I met him 5 years ago, I told him no, I would be the same crazy girl with issues, who would hold it in and not express it properly." Kinumpirma na rin ni Ellen na mangyayari ang kasal nila ni Derek ngayong 2021, pero wala pang specific date. Noong March 30, nag-post sina Ellen at Derek para i-anunsyong engaged na sila. Natanong si Ellen tungkol sa kanyang dream wedding. Hindi raw naghahangad si Ellen na magarbong kasal. "We actually spoke this morning. Meron kaming naisip the purpose of this. I want to marry you. I'm not gonna marry you because I want to wear a gown or I want people to look at me and think I'm the most beautiful bride in the world. That's not my point. Expect a very simple wedding." Lahad ng aktres.
But what about you, Ellen? What were you sure about with Derek that you weren't sure about with John Lloyd?
What was okay, first is the connection. It's the communication. And he met me at the right time. He met me because during the pandemic, I fixed myself. I worked on myself. I did a lot of inner work. So at the time, I knew what I wanted na. I knew what was good for me. I knew what was bad for me. So yeah, and then when I made better choices and for myself, that's when things just started to come in, and everything just made sense. And I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
I'm so happy that everything
Like,
made
I
sense
was
with him.
happy na I was content and happy without him. Gets mo?
Yeah.
But I didn't have that desperate vibe of like trying to look for love, looking for a guy to complete me. I was already complete. And then when Derek came, he just made it better. I mean, more beautiful.
Oh my God, di,
So,
kinikilig ka ba?
Lang yung ganda ng buhay ko when he came. And
It's
it was
very, yeah. Parang kami that we're watching, parang syempre maraming haters, marami, but everyone that understands it is, you know, parang like me, I understand it. It's something that we wish for you. It's something that we wish for D. Especially me, I've known D. Like, we started in show business together, I don't know, like 15.
Yeah. And also my relationships before did not work because I would not communicate well.
Okay.
I would shut
mean-
down, and when I worked on myself, that's when I learned how to to communicate in a healthy way. So timing si Derek talaga,
Exactly,
and that's
you
how
know.
it works. That's how our relationship works because we communicate well.
I mean, Ellen's not saying, and I'm not saying that I'm better than JL or I'm
Yeah.
better than any of her exes. It's not that, or Ellen is better than any of my exes. It's just I guess
We met at the right time.
we met at the right time. We're meant to be, and that's how it works. You know, it's just that's just how love is. That's how life is.
No, because if I met him 5 years ago, I told him no, it wouldn't work. I'd be the same crazy girl, no?
Yeah,
and
and
daming issues. I would just hold it in and
wouldn't
could
have the
not
patience.
express it properly.
Pero there's
Alright.
nothing, I want to clarify that there's nothing wrong with being a crazy girl. I'm also a crazy girl.
No, not at
You're a
all.
crazy
But
girl.
I mean, like,
Nothing
crazy
wrong.
na parang not really sure or
Yeah.
daming issues or,
like if those things that happened with us now happened if to the Derek of like 5-10 years ago, I wouldn't have the patience or the maturity to look past that.
Yeah.
You know, but with this, it's like, there was something else that I could see. So, best foot forward. Diba? I told you that in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was none of that crap. It was worst foot forward. Here's what I am. This is my dark side, or we were comfortable showing each other that, and seeing that side of her and her seeing my side. It didn't become an issue. It was tanggap. Parang swak na swak talaga. So, I think that's why this relationship really, really works. We communicate. We have that. Diba kung sa mga superstars they say that X factor. We have that
Right.
chemical imbalance. Kaya ako nasuka. But we're both alphas. But when we're together, it's neutralized.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I guess
So-
the last question I want to ask, what kind of a relationship does Austin have with Elias, and what kind of relationship Elias has with Austin? Because that's really the boiling point of everything, diba? Parang it's going to be an instant family. It's going to be like, parang a family that comes together. Two families that come together. So I want to know what the relationship between Elias and Austin is.
Well, when I spoke to my son before anything else, before proposing, I needed to get his blessing. So Austin was one of the first people I spoke to, and my son told me he thinks it would be really cool if he had a younger brother. He thought it was. He really adores Ellen. He thinks she's cool, and he's like, I want you to be happy. And like Ellen's energy and Ellen's presence has actually really, really, really turned my world around. Like everything is just falling into place. And the thing I've been praying for the most is for my son to call me dad, and that happened.
Yung hug.
That happened like the day after, the whole proposal, and I broke down into tears. I couldn't even handle myself. I ran straight to Ellen. I was like, she thought somebody died or something. And my son told me the other day that he promised himself to call me dad when he sees me
As a
get
dad.
engaged. Because I promised myself if you were engaged, I'd call you dad. I was by the pool, he came down and goes, I have to talk to you. And he's like, I go, what's up? And he's like, I think it's time. And I'm like, it's time for what? He's like, to call you dad. And I was like, whatever, are you sure? You don't have to. And he's like,
He
no.
broke down.
And then
Yeah,
I
I
asked
saw.
give me a hug and I broke down. Buti na lang that moment was caught by Ellen's friend. They were just chilling by
I
the
saw
pool
that
too.
on IG.
And I didn't know that they were actually videoing me and they were all crying too.
Well, I'm
But,
so
yeah.
happy. Yeah, as a friend, I'm so happy about everything that's happening in your life right now. Like the whole, parang among everyone that's going through lockdown, you are probably like the most blessed guy because this happened, everything happened in lockdown. So you're giving everyone hope. So I just wanna know, like, syempre, the wedding will happen during lockdown. Like this year, 2021. You said kanina, tama?
Well, we're both on the same page because we don't really want that big grand
Yeah.
wedding.
No una nga, I was like,
Ano?
okay. Oh, okay.
Nung una,
I just told him I just my dream wedding I just want to elope.
oh, what is your dream
And
wedding?
then, and then I showed her I showed her a photo of one of my good friends getting married at the municipio. They've been together for 14 years. They have 2 kids and they decided to marry during the lockdown, during the whole COVID.
Parang elope.
So, 14 years na sila. Para na rin silang kasal. But wala pa. It's not just, legal. It's legalized. So, they decided out of the blue, let's go down to see a judge and get married in sa munisipyo. And I showed her the photos. I go, yan ang gusto mo. She's like, ay, ayoko pala niya.
But I don't want a big wedding. I don't want to wear a gown. I don't want, like all that fancy whatever.
You don't want to wear a gown.
No, I hate gowns.
Okay.
Do you think it's because we, what is the meaning of,
So we
marriage?
actually spoke this morning. Parang
Yeah.
meron na kaming naisip. And I thought about it. Like, you know what? The purpose of this is just I want to marry you. I'm not going to marry you because I want to wear a gown or I want people to look at me like I'm the most beautiful bride in the world. That's not the point. So yeah, just expect a very simple one.
A very simple wedding for Derek Ramsay and Ellen Adarna. So we're gonna look forward to that in 2021. You let me know, ha?
Of course.
Thank you, guys. Guys, you're not even drunk in this interview. I was so disappointed. I thought that you were gonna be drinking, but
Kasi we're high.
High on love.
High on love.
High on love. On serotonin.
sobrang high on love. Grabe. You have proved to everyone that love can be very transcendent, that love conquers all.
Oh my God!
I forgot.
Ano to?
It was our second month as yes.
Happy Anib! Momol. Anib, momol.
Mama.
Isang momol and then we go. That's not even a momol.
That is for her.
That is a momol na for her.
Whatever.
Sige na, di. May momol na and then we'll go.
Oh my
I'm
God.
not gonna turn this off until you momol her. Ayun na. Guys. Derek Ramsay yan, guys. Derek Ramsay.
Yes, bigla.
The funny thing is, we're like this every day. Like this energy, we wake up and it's like we picked off from where we left off the night before, and we always talk about it. It's like it's such a great feeling. It really is. I'm always smiling. I really am. I don't care. So yeah, call me a pussy, call me a sissy, call me all the things. It just bounces off of me because I am just always smiling with this woman. She is awesome.
Wow, yeah.
Awesome,
You just
Ellen.
always look at me and smile. Kasi, kuya, ano na, "Uy, why are you laughing? Why are you smiling? Ano yan? Nakakapraning, no?
So we are all gonna look forward to your wedding this year, 2021, you said. So anyway, like to end this episode, can you please just give us like something to be happy about, like for our life? Oh, tama na. Thank you, guys.